So I saw the preview for this episode or this reunion part one, and I am not really all that excited to see middle-aged people rip bedazzled dresses from Rainbow. I'm just not into it. But let's see what. So this reunion opens up with the Cardi and Swift. That's his name. Swift storyline, relationship, blah 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 blah. I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it the entire season, and I still don't believe it now. Anyway, they bring out his girlfriend because they want to clear the air about the issues that she had with Cardi B. And Cardi B, just acts a fool. She like jumps up and tries to. I don't know if she was trying to get over to the girl or whatever, but the security was on point. Like they didn't even let her like take a step off that couch, but they like blocked her. And then she sits down. This is the only part. I'm so ratchet. This is the only part I liked. She was sitting. She sat on Swift. And it was like, no, Cardi, you have to go to your seat. And she was like, no, I'm gonna sit on this. I was like, oh my gosh. Ooh, this is the type of ghetto that I observe. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get involved in that type of ghetto, but I just sit and observe while I'm eating my homegirl chips, and I'm just like, ooh, this hood is messy. You know what, guys? I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it through this reunion. I don't even think I'm gonna be able to make it to part two because this whole, and I like Cardi B, but this whole show that she put on, like throwing that shoe at that girl, I I like ratchet. I don't like violence. She threw a stiletto shoe at that girl. Thank God she caught the pump and not the heel. It I don't know. Her antics throughout this whole scene was really disgusting. Like she's yelling at the girl. The girl is trying to explain to her. She's threatening her. She's just acting a fool. She's doing this. I Oh, please, Lord, tell me that this is not the entire reunion because I don't know if I could deal with this tomfoolery. You know what I mean? The reunions are normally like turned up so much, hotter than the season. And I get it because you got to shove all like an entire season into like two or three reunions. So I totally understand that. But if it's going to be this like buffoonish, I'm just not even going to finish the review because I'm already like, I've already reached my limit. I'm going to go on because I want to see what happens. But if they're going to be getting up, running, and fighting each other, then I'm just going to have to check out and not finish this reunion. So I'm trying. I'm trying. Oh, then we get the Creep Squad just when I'm breaking down. Oh, I didn't care about the Creep Squad the entire season. I don't care about it now. But what I did want to say was that I noticed that a lot of the people on on this reunion are going to different events. Like Cardi B looks like she's going to maybe like a nice brunch or a tea party kind of like fundraiser for like some black bougie organization, and everybody else looks like they're going to the club, except for Mariah Lynn because she looks like she's cosplaying as like a Disney fairy. It's so weird the outfit choices that they picked here. I'm just like, where are you guys all going? Because you are not going to the same event. So again, I don't care about the Creep Squad, but what I will say is this. Mariah Lynn has been barking orders at Cisco all night, and everything that she tells him to do, he does it. And by the way, sis, great wig and makeup. Why did you wait to the reunion to get this look? Is it the budget? Yeah, because this is Mona Scott Young's dollars. When it's her money, you guys look a certain way. When it's your coin, y'all be looking basic. So I'm not talking about the Creep Squad, but I will say this. I like the fact that Cisco gave Peter the 10,000 that he stopped him from getting when he stopped his money. And I also like the fact that when Cisco went to give the money to Peter, he said, give it to Tara, and she put it in her nursing boobs. That was cute. That's it from the Creep Squad. You ain't getting nothing else out of me. Snoop and Jay Adrian. Unless the preview is good for part two, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I can't, because we are starting off with, throughout this entire thing, it's been couples and storylines I have not cared about and have not believed. We have this whole thing with Snoop and Jay Adrian. Did you cheat on me? Hey, no, I don't care about the strawberries. I don't care. And I'm so sick of the both of them. Get them off of my TV screen, Mona. So then we get Black Love, and Remy and Papoose are talking about, uh, I don't ectopic pregnancy, the issue that Remy went through when she lost their child, and it's very emotional, and everybody's really crying, and she's just opening up and sharing her story and just being very real. And I told y'all I love that couple. So, it really touched me that they were, just being very open and just sharing an honest and real moment in Love and Hip Hop. And then we cut to like Jay Adrian, who's like crying and snotting. There was like globs of snot just like sitting on her lips. And I'm just like, again, why didn't the production say anything? Why didn't nobody get her a napkin? And why are we cutting to Jay Adrian during Black Love's segment? No. And you know what? Not to take money out of anybody's pocket, because I would never do that. I don't like to mess with people's coins, because I don't like nobody messing with mine. But I will say this: I think that I don't think that Nina Parker fits this reunion, and it's nothing to take away from her. Actually, I just feel like she's too highbrow for this show. You know what I mean? I just don't think she's of this class level. She may be, but I just feel like she's way too like educated. You know what I mean? I just don't feel like this is where she'll get gutted. And not saying that education takes you out of this bracket, but I feel like she's not. The show is gutter, and Nina is not gutter. Loving the Hip Hop, the reunions need like a Wendy Williams. I don't think she'll do it because she has her own talk show, or maybe she'll do it because she loves to check. But I feel like they need somebody on that level, like somebody who's trashy, like a trashy blogger, like a Funky Dineva, like somebody who will get into the gutter with these people and really go there and ask those hard hitting questions and participate in the foolishness, because Nina doesn't do it. The minute they raise up, Nina is out. She's just like, you are not attacking me. And she doesn't ask those questions that we want to know. Like, she asks questions to get information, but I feel like she's more like an Oprah, and that's not an insult. I just feel like she gives Oprah interviews when this is like, we want you to give like a Hot 97 interview, you know what I mean? Or a Breakfast Club interview. We need Charlemagne. We need somebody who does not have a threshold. And Nina, girl, you too above it. You need to go to like Good Morning America or somewhere. Get your own show. But this is not for you. Too highbrow. And girl, just as I say that Nina ain't asking her hard-hitting questions, she turns to Yandy and asks her about the timeline between her and Mendeecees and them bitter baby mothers and them kids. Because I'm telling you, I think two of the kids are like the same age. And listen, I'm not getting nobody's business, but I'm like, Yandy, at some point, Mendeecees was stepping out on you. So you kind of in the same situation with them girls. Yes, he decided to make it official with you, but you can't be acting all highbrow and high and mighty, not acting like you and them girls haven't been in the same bucket, and at some point he has stepped out on. Okay, so thank you, Nina. Maybe you are gooder. Then we get the mothers. What these I hate seeing the moms get involved in this foolishness. I just wish they weren't on the show, because you think of moms, you think of parents, and you think that they're the wise ones. You don't want to see them on, trashy reality TV shows fighting and calling each other horrible names with like bad synthetic lace front wigs and no, you be Mendeecees was cheating on her. Like, ma'am, you have to rise above it. Please. And then we get this interview of Mendeecees from prison. Nina called him, or he called her from prison, and she's doing an interview with him to share to the world who's watching about his timeline with the baby mothers and who he's cheated on with and who. And at this point, I realized that this is going to be the last of Love and Hip Hop New York season 7 that I'm reviewing, because I cannot sit through this. Like, I'm going to finish this up because you're finished with your start, but I won't be tuning in for 2 or 3. I may watch it, but I don't think I'm going to review it because it's so ridiculous. I feel insulted. I feel like I'm a much better viewer to this show than what they're giving me. So wait, in this phone call from prison, Mendices admits that he cheated on basically all of them and that Erica was a slide or like, a vagina that he liked to dip in whenever he wanted affection. And while he's talking about how he was cheating on Yandy, she's like applauding it and trying to, Yandy, oh, girl, you deserve better. You deserve better than a 5'7" felon who cheats on you. You deserve better than the. All of y'all honestly deserves better, except for Erica. Your attitude is so nasty. You know what? No, I'm gonna be a good woman. Y'all all deserve better. This is so sad. Is there a shortage of men in New York City? Well, just as I was tuning out of this, it got a little spicy because Kimbella jumps in because Yandy and the baby mothers are going back and forth. And you know what, Erica, is really sad to say. It's very obvious that you were a side piece, and it's in no way like bigging up Mendices, but it's very obvious that he just used you for sex, and I think you fell for him. And like a lot of women, you thought that maybe if you slept with him or had his child, that would make him want you more. I just feel like it's very obvious that you feel for Mendices more than he felt for you, and the only time he ever felt for you was when he was erect. So like it is what it is in that situation, but it's very sad to see it play out on TV, but there's and not in any way bigging up the relationship that he has with Yandy, because I feel like you guys are all putting yourself through a relationship abuse that you don't need. But anyway, Kimbella jumps in because Yandy is her best friend and she is always going to fight for her friend. So she jumps in the argument that Yandy is having with Erica. And then Erica says, shut up and go back to that brothel where you came from, talking to Kimbella. Now, to me, it was just an insult. But the way Kimbella reacted, I was like, wait a minute, is that true? I was like, wait, no shade. But I'm like, wait, did she actually come out of a brothel? What happened? What is the tea, Erica? So after Kimbella gets like extra hype, the security remove her and she has to go. Then she's backstage and she's still going off on Erica. And I'm just like, ooh, was that some truth, tea? Kimbella, girl, what? Anyway, then Yandy and Kim get into it and they all start arguing. And then Nina shows this clip of Yandy and Mendice's mother making fun of Kim having a heart attack or whatever it was. And at first I was just like, this is like in poor taste, because I understand Kim being offended by it. But then Yandy was just like, Kim, we was on the phone laughing about that, like right after that happened. So I tend to believe Yandy in that situation because I don't know, she was just believable to me. So I'm just like, okay, now y'all playing it up, because when Yandy said something to Kim about how they were joking about it, then Kim gets really upset. And then Mendice's sister say that Samantha got a cockeye and it goes haywire. Does Samantha have a cockeye? Because I'm telling you, the reaction that she had, she jumped up and tried to fight Mendice's sister, and then it like ended there. Now, I know I said this throughout this review because I've just been disgusted, and maybe they just saved the best parts for the second part. But I saw the preview, and girl, Cardi B gets body slammed. Some woman in a striped shirt jumps out of nowhere and punches Samantha in the back of the head. So I will see you next week for part 2 of Love and Hip Hop Season 7 Reunion. Bye, guys.